New Year here in the Dominions universe. No, actually, no. I guess next year is New Year, right? Next month.
Yeah,
Or is midwinter New
this
Year?
is Christmas time.
Right,
This is
Christmas time.
Dominion's Christmas.
Dominions, Christmas time. The whole thing about like seasons for war kind of I mean it would be a thing in Dominions if like the your Dominion didn't decide like it's always snowy in Armor, right? And it's always snowy in Calum and it's never snowy anywhere else, right?
Right. I mean, everybody goes like Heat 3 or Cold 3.
We kind of push this meta. There is this whole other competing meta that's like take Heat 1 because it's actually better for money than taking Heat 3. Which I do
Yeah.
agree with. The problem is, what are you giving up, right? You're usually
Right,
either
right. And
like I know it's like it's not great money, like it's not really efficient money wise to go Heat 3, but like if you're giving up growth or you're giving up your ability to make your troops or you're giving up like a bless, I
yeah,
don't
and
know.
it's marginally more gold efficient to take like,
Heat
a
1,
point
yeah.
of like Heat 1 and, Turmoil 2
Hmm.
instead of Heat 3 and neutral. But in practice, like, Turmoil 2 will slow down your expansion,
Yeah.
which is, I think, one of the most
Well,
important
Turmoil
things
2
that
won't
you
throw
to
it.
even take skills from.
Turmoil doesn't slow down your expansion, but certainly Sloth does. Or
Yeah,
Turmoil if you're like, I don't know,
some weird
Mega
nation that
Elves.
cares. Yeah.
Yeah, there are very few, but certainly what it does is it'll limit your ability to make troops.
Hmm. Which I wish I could buy like resources for the first 8 turns and then have like no longer be able to recruit troops in my nation.
Yeah, I mean
Like I
that's
would I would be
yeah,
totally
no,
fine with that as a skill.
I take turmoil so often just because I'm like I don't care if I can only recruit three troops per turn out of my forts that are at my capital. I don't really care that much
Right. Like
because
I want a really good expansion and then I could care less.
yeah, like I'm not buying troops. Like we're not
Maybe that's because I'm addicted to Skelespam nations, but
even it just
the reason I play Skelespam is just 'cause it's fundamentally a really strong Dominion strategy.
it's just so inefficient to sort of like make troops anywhere um like and hold them, right? So, I don't know. Anyway,
Hmm.
we've got a big battle coming up here. Arco's trying to basically get into, or sorry, Pythium is trying to get into his Archocephaly fort. We got all the classic stuff. With the oh
Ooh,
wow,
Pillars of Fire coming
yeah,
down. I
we've got
think.
the we learned
Oh,
that
press
Pythium
C and turn on the squares.
right. We learned that oh wow, we learned that Pythium also has oh that's not good. Pillar of Fire. We learned that Pythium also has this sort of Chinanog ability that just paralyzes everything except for them. It's in Astral. So they can also stun everyone as if Pythium needed any help.
Yeah.
But yep, everyone just gets stunned for one turn, and I mean that's pretty great when your army is based off like a giant Mind Blast communion or whatever. Sorry, Soul Slate communion or whatever. I actually don't know what these guys are casting. A lot of
They're
interesting stuff, certainly. We've got these kind
getting
of
pushed in a little bit.
these are kind of interesting units, Woodland Spirits.
So I think they're a little too expensive to normally bother summoning, but Arco is probably feeling a little desperate.
Probably, probably. Okay, so we do have. There's a lot of stuff here for Arco, and Pythium's mostly out of stuff. They're getting it howled down, so it doesn't look like things are going super
Howl's
well.
a great answer to Mind Blast.
It is, yeah. Howl's a great answer to any sort of non-thug based strategy.
Although it's a lot
Wait,
of
no,
wolves
no,
getting flipped.
wait, yeah. So they're just taking control of all the wolves,
That's
and the
funny.
wolves aren't instantly dying. Why aren't these troops doing a bit? I feel like these troops be doing more. I guess they're like
The spiders routing
no,
or
spiders can't
stunned?
route. They can't route. I I don't know how Pythium turned the tide here. What is everyone doing?
He's turning
There's
the
oh, he took the elephants. He took the elephants.
oh, and
Oh,
that's
so
bogging
now
everything
the
down.
elephants aren't going to be stunned anymore, right? Because or the 25 paralysis. That's right, because paralysis stacks. Oh no, wait. No, is it Arco now? Did the paralysis change? So in the beginning it was Pythium paralyzing the elephants,
I
and
think
now it's
Pythium
Arco paralyzing the
paralyzed them and
elephants.
then turned them. But oh, maybe you're right.
Because yeah, so they were initially being paralyzed by the stun everyone spell, and now they're being paralyzed by mystics, right? Because
That's hilarious.
mystics,
That like look at the sheer number of howl
yeah.
wolves that got
Oh
reversed.
God, what was that?
I think a mage blew
Yeah,
up.
that was I guess Yeah, I guess mind control communions are actually really good when you don't have your entire mage line stunned. That was a very interesting battle.
I mean, I guess Arco just didn't have enough mages. Was that the problem?
Let's take a look.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why Arco had three
yeah,
mages.
yeah. No, that was the
Like
problem. It
a
looked good in the
A Soul
beginning.
Slay com
Yeah,
is not the go-to for an army versus army usually, but if it's a Soul Slay com versus literal chaff, then sure.
yeah. Mind controlling
Well, okay,
chaff.
there's like
It's a
what
great stall
6,
tactic.
7, 8, 9 mages versus how many? 25. Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, yeah. It's 10 mages versus like 25, and
Not sure why he didn't pull out Foul Vapors. I think an Oriad could do that, and I'm sure he's
a
got the
foul
research.
vapors would have been really good.
Would have killed his own stuff too, I guess.
Yeah, it's like just doesn't Pythium have like a poison resist plus or something?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, they have 5 poison resist. So, oh, and no regen, but they have luck and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, normally like converting the wolves would be a waste of a spell because they would just get slapped down by a troop. But like Arco just didn't have enough troops, so they were able to build up a critical mass on Pythium's side.
Yeah, like here you like, oh, Arco's gonna win, but then just they just
Everything gets
Arco just
converted,
runs out of stuff. Yeah.
There's not enough.
Okay, so
like-
here we go. So these are still Arcos, and then it's so yeah. At some point, I guess what happens is right. So as soon as there aren't enough wolves around here to get into like their threat range, they change AI, and now they're just looking for the most important thing on the battlefield, right? And that it becomes these elephants, right?
Yeah, because they've got
So that's why as soon as the wolves are cleared out from here, the elephants immediately get changed over. It's an interesting sort of demonstration of how spellcasting AI works. It's all about managing threats and deciding. And I don't exactly know if there's like a specific range of like how close do enemies need to be before I consider them a sort of primary threat. What were those? Oh, I guess no, they were just pyred mystics, right? Yeah. I think he pyred his
Probably.
communion. All right, yeah. So the Pythium Arco battle appears to be going Pythium's way. They've retaken this throne once again. I assume that Arco is in the process of recalling their god. I mean, the great thing is that Arco has nothing here. You know, they've got a pretty fat backline. No one's really attacking them, so plenty of reserves. So I mean, this war probably gonna last quite some time, especially because like, what does Pythium have now, right? As soon as Pythium starts walking out, Arco can, do quite a bit to harass them, right?
Yeah, once Arco finally feels safe about deploying that full mage ball, which maybe that'll only happen once Arco's done with research entirely, then Pythium will maybe have to watch out.
So are you familiar with this bug that
What?
we've discovered?
Hmm?
So dead ones are, see, it's basically a Solus with Ethereal, right? They can be led by, they are considered normal troops in terms of command.
Even
They can be led by, yep, even though they're undead. I actually tested this. I loaded up a test game. I just wished for one, and I just put it in the commander. And for some reason, they are hard coded, even though they are undead, to be led. They are considered normal troops for the purposes of leading.
Oh.
It may be because of their like, the way they're like, because they're normally summoned in what's that spell called? Do you know the spell?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
I know what
Soul
you mean.
Slay, except it basically summons a dream attack.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, these units are weird. They're not actually undead for purposes of leadership, and I believe they're the only unit in the game that is like that. But
Yeah.
there must be some sort of hidden tag.
Yeah, maybe the developers were like,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to bother coding the commanders to have undead leadership, and otherwise they poof during the assassination event.
Now I want to see. Can I copy these units and change their stats so I can create a nation of undead that like can be led by normal people?
Probably.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, Pythium's thugs have been doing pretty well. They're doing. They've had some recent success. They're still, Man is still sitting on a bunch of these forts.
Somehow.
I guess Pythium decided that they're just gonna wait. They're probably just gonna wait until Man's cracked the forts and then send the thugs. But not a ton of movement on this front. Ermor. Oh, okay. So yeah, it looks like.
Pythium sending a message, going right with the cap.
Yeah, Pythium has sent a. Okay, well, it has elemental armor, so that's good. Um, it's not relying on a frost brand for its resist. Yeah, Pythium is basically sending an Archangel to deal with this PD. That's pretty good.
Not sure what it gets him in the long run, but it should win handily.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I mean, sitting on his cap, I don't know if it like reduces reanimation or
I
anything,
believe
but
it stop. I believe you don't get any reanimation when you're sieged. That said, putting one of like 12 forts under siege with a unit that can't possibly sit there all the time and hold it is probably not the way to go.
yeah, this continues to be a remarkably sort of static environment.
I think
Urk
we
has
have to
had
give
their
credit to
army slapped
Pythium
down.
for holding off what, 4 people?
Yeah, I mean they're
They've
holding
shrunk a
off, but
little
they're
bit,
kind
but
of
they're
making
that's what you
gains.
want to do if you're getting
Yeah, I
hit
mean
too hard.
they're making their gains back up.
Yeah, the game could go anywhere from here.
I'm trying to think if we missed any important battles. Let's take a look at the end front. The question of who is going to get end is always on the table. It looks like Aryu is doing okay here. Yeah, so no one wants to step on end yet. I'm not sure. Maybe
Well, we know Calum didn't.
maybe
Maybe
this army.
Arya was planning to.
Yeah, maybe this army is going to step on end. Could be. We've got a couple of end is just cleaning stuff up.
Calum is cleaning up.
End looked like they managed to knock this army off of. Looks like they managed to basically. Oh wow, that's. Do they really win this battle? Yeah, Hobart crossbows are really good. Oh no, wait, did they?
What is?
Oh right, that was the sorry. Those weren't Pikenites. They were Calum's
Yeah.
crossbows, of course. So this is Ind. Ind did successfully defend its fort. I wanted to say, was there another battle? I'm pretty sure there was another battle. It was like reasonably large. I could have sworn I saw another battle. 1 second. Yeah, this battle. Oh right, around the throne. Yeah, so there was this battle at storming the throne. Lots of fun birds with. Looks like they lost some health somehow beforehand.
They just took a volley of arrows. I don't know if that was involved. Here come the lions.
Perhaps. Here come the lions, indeed.
Whew.
Oh wow! I mean, oh god, do you see that? They just had their mages right up front, and they just orb lightning themselves. Oh, that was, yeah, needless certainly. But air elementals are pretty good, even against magic. Oh, okay, actually, ethereal lions pretty good. But what's also really good is just bringing way more stuff than your opponent. So good job, Calum. You officially took this into fort.
How many of their own mages
probably,
did they lightning? 7.
Yeah,
Not
look,
ideal.
it's not a Calum battle if they just don't throw away tons of seraphs,
Yeah,
right?
true.
You know, it's a classic, right? There's no Kalian seraph survives very long, even if the battle is an
Yeah.
overwhelming victory. That was a yikes.